Okay. So you have read this one. Methods for predicting the Earth's population have recently changed. आपने ये किया है. You have read paragraph number 1. Have you found this answer in paragraph number 1? They have mentioned some methods, but they haven't mentioned anything like you can say methods for predicting the Earth population have recently changed. There is no word like recently changes or anything, so it means this is not given. ये हमारे पास क्या हो जाएगा? Not given. The second one is human beings are responsible for some of the destruction to food producing land. We will read the second paragraph. The concept of indoor farming is not new since hothouse production of tomatoes and other has been. Okay, just search the keyword. Here we have no keyword. It took humans 1,000 years to learn how to grow most of the crops not for granted. All along the way we despoiled. So here you can look at this word. They have mentioned the word that is despoiled. Despoiled most of the land we worked, often turning verdant natural ecozones into semi-arid deserts. So your question is human beings are responsible for some of the destruction of food producing land. They have clearly mentioned that along the way we despoiled. We mean that we human beings have despoiled something, most of the land we worked, often turning verdant natural ecozones into semi-arid deserts. Deserts mean the land which can't produce anything. So we have converted the land which is responsible for the food production into deserts. It means that human beings are responsible. So yeah, the crops produced in vertical forms will depend on the season. So season mean you have 4 seasons: winter, autumn, summer, spring. So if it depends on the season, we will correct it. The concept of indoor farming is not used since hothouse production of tomatoes and other produce has been in vogue some of time. What's new is the urgent need to scale up this technology. Farming is a pride or proposal. Vertical forms, the concept of multi-story buildings situated in the heart of urban actors required to food consumer. Vertical forms need to be efficient, promise of urban renewal, eventual repair of ecosystem that have been. Okay. अब ये देखें sustainable production of safe and varied food supply through year-round production. Yes, this one. Through year-round production of all crops and the eventual repair of ecosystem that have been sacrificed for horizontal. So here the word is mentioned through year-round production of all crops. Year-round production mean कि complete year में पूरे साल production होती है. They don't depend on the season. Season पे वो depend नहीं कर रहे. So your question is the crops produced in vertical forms will depend on the season. वो किस पे depend करते हैं? Season पे. So वो season पे नहीं depend कर रहे. The statement is production of all crops through year round. So it means that this one is false. ये हमारे पास क्या हो जाएगा? False. We will look at the okay, next one. Some damage to food crops is caused by climate change. Again, they are talking about climate change. So read the third paragraph and find the word climate change or weather situation. कहाँ पे word mention है and you will find the answer.
Third paragraph. Second last rapidly changing climate.
Okay, just one moment.
I think it's true.
Rapidly changing climate. Okay, yes. So what do you think? This is true or false?
I think true.
Yes, this is true. अब true क्यों है? Can you please read the statement?
Sure. More often than not, due to rapidly changing climate, there have been rapid flood, long hurricanes, and severe monsoons that destroy each year, destroying millions of tons of valuable crops. They are saying about the crops they are damaging, and obviously they are damaging the crops.
Yes. Okay. And third one, fourth one is fertilizers will be needed for certain crops in vertical forms. Fertilizers will be needed. Fertilizer mean organic chemicals will be needed. So we have read this one, paragraph number second or third? Second. The third one is, for instance, crops, the supporter of vertical farms claim many potential advantage of the system. For instance, crops will be produced all year round. They would be kept artificially. All the food could be ground, eliminating the, we will be finding the word, okay, here the word fertilizers and pesticides is given. So your question is, fertilizers will be needed for certain crops in vertical forms. मैं इसको remove कर देती हूँ. The system would greatly reduce the incidence of many infectious diseases, and all the food could be, yes, all the food could be grown organically, eliminating the need for herbicides. Okay, so here you can see that they have mentioned that eliminating the need. It means we have no need of herbicides, pesticides, or the word fertilizers. और यहाँ पे दिया गया है fertilizers will be needed for certain crops in vertical forms. It means this is false. The last one is vertical farming will make plants less likely to be affected by infectious diseases. कि vertical farms क्या करेंगे? Infectious diseases का जो effect होगा उसको कम करेंगे. So here the word was mentioned, this one, infectious diseases. The system would greatly reduce the incidence of many infectious diseases that are acquired at the agricultural interface. So is this true or false or not given? क्या होगा ये? The statement is given there. The system would greatly reduce the incidence of infectious diseases. Yes, this is true. Okay, now move toward the next section, that is again we have summary completion, or you can say this is a map diagram. अब आपने इसको कैसे करना है? The first thing is choose one word from the passage for each answer. It means that we are supposed to write just one word. How a boat is lifted on the fulcrum wheel? First you will find that how a boat is lifted on the fulcrum wheel mean कि आपने वो point देखना है जहाँ पे इन सारे steps की बात हो रही है. The first keyword is a pair of 20. 20 is your important word. 20 is keyword. Number. जितने आपके पास numbers होते हैं, dates होती हैं, they are important. ये आसानी से मिल जाती हैं. A pair of 20 are lifted in order to shut out water from canal basin. The second one is no, this is question. This is not 20. A pair of dash. Pair of 1, pair of 2, pair of 3. A pair of dash are lifted in order to shut out water from canal basin. The second one is a dash is taken out, enabling wheel to rotate. So here wheel is the keyword. Dash race. Here question number hydraulic motors. Hydraulic motors drive dash, and we have boat is raised floating in one of wheels, two gondolas. A range of different sized what? अब different sized जो चीज होगी हमने वो वहाँ पे mention करने हैं. 23, and again we have question number 24. Okay. Question number 24. Boat reaches top wheel, then moves directly onto dash. Then move directly. Here the word is boat reach top wheel, then move directly onto dash. आपने इनके आंसर sequence wise इधर mention करते जाने. Okay. The first thing is we will look from at the paragraph number 8 that either we are finding any important word or not. आप paragraph A पे देखें. Just start reading from the paragraph number 1. But before that you have true false not given. इससे पहले आपके पास है true false not given, but we will complete this summary completion क्योंकि true false not given आपने already कर लिए. read the last paragraphs because this is the last question and last question है तो आपको last से ही मिलेगा last three paragraph. The wheel consists of set of opposing X-shaped arms. Okay. The first one was a pair of dash are lifted in order to shut off water from canal basin. So start reading from here. The word canal basin is mentioned here. Boats needed to be lifting up into the canal basin at the level of the fourth Clyde canal and then enter the lower gondola of the wheel. Two hydraulic steel grates are raised so as to seal the gondola off from the water in the canal basin. Seal mean रोकना, पानी को prevent करना. A pair of dash are lifted in order to shut out water from canal basin. Pair mean two. So यहाँ पे क्या word mention है? Two hydraulic steel gates. So you are allowed to just write one word. आप क्या लिखेंगे? Hydraulic तो obviously नहीं लिख सकते. The main word is gates. Two gates. Steel भी नहीं लिखेंगे. Two gates. Dash is taken out enabling wheel to rotate. Dash is taken out mean enabling that enable wheel to rotate here. Okay, steel gates so as to seal the gondola from the water between the gates is then pumped out. कैसे? A hydraulic clamp which prevents the arms of the wheel moving while the gondola is locked, removed, allowing the wheel to turn. अब क्या चीज़ यहाँ पे use हो रही है? We have okay, gates is already mentioned, steel gates. The second one is the water between the gates is then pumped out a hydraulic clamp. It means the word here is clamp. A clamp is taken out enabling wheel to rotate. The question number 21, hydraulic motors derive dash. Hydraulic motors किस चीज को derive करते हैं? Wheel moving while gondola is locked is removed allowing the wheel to turn. अब क्या चीज यहाँ पे आ सकती है? What do you think? Wheel आएगा या कोई और word आएगा? Hydraulic motors drive dash. Okay. Wheel moving while the gondola rotate the central axle. किसको rotate करता है? The central axle. Central अब हम central तो नहीं लिख सकते because we have word choice. So we will just write the word axle. The axle connects the outer arms of the wheel while begin to rotate of a speed of dash. 8 meters wide cogs orbit of a fixed inner cog of the same width connected by two similar cogs traveling in the opposite. अब next question आपके पास क्या था? Hydraulic motors derive okay. A range of different sized dash ensure boats keep upright. Question number 33. अब यहाँ पे क्या आ सकते हैं? A range of different sized ensure boats keep upright. The axle connects to the outer arms of the wheel, which begins to rotate at a speed of 1.8 of a revolution per minute. As the wheel rotates, the gondolas are kept upright position by a simple gearing system. 2 8-meter wide cogs. क्या word आएगा यहाँ पे? Cogs. Cogs का word है ना? Cogs orbit a fixed inner cog of the same width connected by two smaller cogs traveling in the opposite direction to the outer cog, so ensuring that the gondolas always remain level. Level mean upright. Next one is boat reaches top wheel then moves directly onto a dash. Okay, traveling to the opposite direction. When the gondola reaches the top, the boat passes straight onto the aqueduct. Boat reaches top wheel then moves directly onto aqueduct. Boats travel through tunnel beneath Roman dash 25th and 6th one is dash raise boat 11 meter to travel to Union Canal. मैं यहाँ से screen को थोड़ा side पे करती हूँ. Okay, now read this one. Boat travels through tunnel beneath Roman dash. We have read this paragraph. So the last one is the remaining 11 meters of lift needed to reach the Union Canal is achieved by means of pair of locks. The wheel could not be constructed to elevate boats over the 35 meter. अब यहाँ पे क्या मेंशन था, 11 मीटर। 11 मीटर की बात कहाँ पे हुई, इधर, ठीक है। द डैश रेज बोट 11 मीटर टू लेवल ऑफ यूनियन कैनाल, 35 difference between the two canals owing the presence of historically important stony wall which was okay। अब देखिए यहाँ पे क्या वर्ड है आपके पास, क्लियर पैराग्राफ पे दोनों वर्ड्स मेंशन है, क्या हो सकते हैं?
26
Yeah, 24 and 20, so 25 and 26। and 26 boat travels through tunnel beneath Roman। अब रोमन क्या है यहाँ पे, Romans, by the Romans। अब Romans, the word Roman is given, Roman क्या चीज है,